James Cameron's Avatar was a groundbreaking cinematic experience. This movie introduced a new kind of technology and ended up bringing in close to $3 billion, and is currently the second highest grossing movie of all time. Its sequel, The Way of Water, was also able to become a part of the billion-dollar movie club, but with a third installment on the way, many are wondering if there will be a three-peat. Today you're going to learn 10 incredible facts about Avatar that will blow your mind. Remember to like, subscribe, and who is your favorite Avatar character? Let me know in the comments below. Starting off the list with this super neat fact about the Na'vi. These indigenous humanoids of the planet Pandora are tall, blue fierce warriors with deep ties to the spiritual world and speak the language of the Na'vi. This language was 100% constructed from scratch by linguist and USC professor Dr. Paul R. Frommer. He created 1,000 words for this fictional language. Even though it is not a real language, it takes inspiration from real language sounds and syntaxes. You can learn the Na'vi language in about 3 months through these apps. There are many things that make a Na'vi a force to be reckoned with. Their size, hunting skills, and ferocity, but this one specific aspect to the Na'vi makes them the most dangerous. This movie leans heavily into the spiritual realm and the connection to a higher power. But here's something neat. The Na'vi's spiritual beliefs are inspired by two real major religions, Christianity and Hinduism. The Na'vi's height and blue skin are a nod to Vishnu, the Hindu god who sustains the universe. The word avatar comes from Sanskrit, describing godlike beings taking human form. The word Na'vi is the Hebrew word for prophet, and Ewa is a transposed version of the word Yahweh, the Hebrew word for God. Avatar blew everyone away in 2009 with its never-seen-before technology, but it took 15 years to make this movie possible. Cameron wrote the screenplay for Avatar way back in 1994, but was constrained by the technology at the time, so he had to put it on hold. The movie character that made Cameron believe he could pull off this movie was Gollum from Lord of the Rings. Once James saw the motion capture technology in action, he began working on making this revolutionary film. This movie's main theme is power and control, with humans infiltrating the Na'vi with their avatars, blurring the line between who is a real Na'vi and who is not. But there is actually a simple way to tell which Na'vi is real and which one is a fake. The Na'vi have 4 fingers and no eyebrows, whereas avatars have 5 fingers and eyebrows. The role of Jake Sully was literally a life-changing moment for Sam Worthington, but before Sam, there was a big celebrity who turned down the role, and he never forgave himself. Matt Damon was originally offered to play Sully, but he turned down the role. He was promised 10% of the box office haul, which amounted to a staggering $600 million. Every director has their own approach on how a film is made and develops their own reputation behind the scenes with the cast and crew. James Cameron's reputation for the making of Avatar was a slightly comical, yet intense one. Sam Worthington confirmed this fact, that if any phone went off during production, Cameron would nail it to a wall. Cameron admitted it was more of a theatrical response than an enraged one. He didn't have to shout on set. His reputation did the shouting. There was a gigantic time jump between Avatar and Avatar 2, 15 years to be exact, and many were wondering if this movie could be as successful as the first. And it sure was. One of the most impressive moments in the movie came from Kate Winslet's character, Ronal. Kate performed an underwater stunt that ended up setting a Guinness World Record. Kate held her breath for 7 minutes and 15 seconds, which surpassed Tom Cruise's record of 6 minutes, which he set for the movie Mission Impossible Rogue Nation several years prior. Kiri was a fan favorite in this movie, but originally had a different look. Kiri was going to look neat and pretty, but Sigourney Weaver objected to that design and wanted Kiri to have a messier design and an awkward teenager personality, stating that most teenagers don't feel that pretty on the inside. Kiri's design also purposely resembles Molly Osmond from Avatar the Game on DS. Avatar 2 was another massive undertaking for Cameron, with a budget of $460 million. To take this movie to the next level, Cameron utilized something called HFR, which stands for High Frame Rate. The traditional frame rate is 24, but HFR utilizes 48, 60, and 120 frames per second. James wanted to film the entirety of the movie in a higher frame rate, because of what the world of 3D can offer, but he opted out of that because he feared it would take people out of the experience, because they are used to a specific way of viewing a movie, so HFR was only used in certain scenes. The rest of the movie kept the standard frame rate. And finally, Avatar Fire and Ash will be the third installment in the Avatar franchise, with the focus being on the element of fire. We're introduced to a new Na'vi clan, the Makwan clan, or the Ash people. This clan will mark a significant change in the Na'vi storytelling. The first two movies only show the good side to the Na'vi. This movie will reverse the human-Na'vi dynamic to show that the Na'vi have a bad side. Well, there it is. 10 incredible facts about Avatar that will blow your mind. I hope you learned something new. Remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any upcoming content. See you soon.